Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said that the government is committed to back up public and private media in the country as part of the nationwide reform in press freedom that has introduced many practitioners, especially in social media platforms. During his discussion with experts from public and private media, the Premier said media are reckoned to be the fourth state in a given country and should therefore be monitored responsibly. He said the media industry in Ethiopia has a pivotal role in facilitating the country's massive development works, creating a well-informed society. The Premier stressed to use the best out of media, however, professional ethics of the practitioners is quite essential.
Frequency በጣም ውድ ሪሶርስ ነው። ይሄ ውድ ሪሶርስ እንደ ኢትዮጵያ ያለ ደሃ ሀገር ለልማትና ለመንቃት መጠቀም ሲገባው
Frequency is an expensive resource. Unless we use this resource for significant issues like national interest, development and citizen-based service in a developing country like Ethiopia, it will be a failure. Frequency is like gold. And unwise use of frequency is like unwise use of gold. Our efforts to allow media practice their profession freely is because we value media much. However, if what we disseminate is either inclined to a certain group or false from the very beginning, it will be challenging because it will put the audience between dilemmas, stopping following and giving attention. Therefore, information should be verified and accurate.
እውነት መግለጥ የሚችል መሆን አለበት። እውነትን ካልገለጠ በቀር በሚኖረው ጩኸት ክሊኮች ኮሜንቶች ሊኖሩ ይችላሉ ግን እርግጠኛ ነኝ ኮሜንት አድራጊውም ጭምር ወደ ውስጡ አይወስደው።
As a long-term pivotal goal of creating an aware generation, the Premier said print media should also be supported to initiate the generation that prioritizes reading. He mentioned the initiatives being taken by the government and private investors to open paper industries as well. He said that the government will work diligently to solve the problem of paper supply to the print media as a result.
Finance በሚመለከት በጣም ብዙ ስለሆናችሁ
Regarding finance, we understand that there should be support for media, even though the number of media in our country is vast. Media are being innovated each day. However, we feel that they should be supported based on their content and area of focus so that they work predominantly based on principle and fact. All private and public media should get necessary supports. Especially, print media are now facing challenges in relation to cost of paper. Therefore, our maximum efforts are due to be exerted on media. In fact, their role should be pragmatic and wide. Ethiopia has vast potential and these have to be introduced appropriately, covering wide range.
ረጅነት ወጥተው መርህ ላይ ቆሞ መስራት እንዲችሉ ለመደገፍ ይሞከራል።
The Premier has also assured that journalists' right to protection is his government's focus. Despite questions over the implementation of their professional duties, journalists always demand freedom and protection. Prime Minister Abiy in this regard said any legal journalist is granted freedom of reporting anywhere in the country. However, he says the media and practitioners themselves have to complete necessary legal criteria.
በሙያ የሚሰራ ማንኛውም ሰው ካልተከበረ ምንም ነገር አይሳካም እዚህ ሀገር ውስጥ። ግን እናንተ ድርሻችሁ ምንድነው?
Unless any professional who performs his duties professionally is respected, nothing will be done. However, your role is fulfilling your legal criteria and professional ethics. Any journalist who works for a reputable institution, who completes legal procedures and disseminates information based on fact will be granted safety and freedom. Journalists are crucial for improvements. Therefore, question us, show us possible ways out and inform us. However, don't go against national interest. Don't disseminate false information as well. If all these professional ethics are met, we as a government are firm and to support financially as well.
ጠይቁን ግን አትቅጠፉ አትዋሹ against national interest አትሂዱ።
Calling upon all media to recognize their responsibilities, the Premier has in a nutshell said the government will provide the necessary support to ensure that the media operate in the principle of ensuring Ethiopia's prosperity and safety.